Everybody. This is Matt from At the Movies with Matt and Ryan. There's Ryan, actually.
Oh shit, I'm on the camera for once.
Yeah, yeah, he is. So we have our return of our show tomorrow, Thursday or Sunday, 3 to 5. So I know people should be excited. We got 4 movie reviews planned for the show. I believe Jackie, Lion, Imperial Dreams, and The Founder. So it'll be a good, diverse mix. We'll also talk about Super Bowl stuff like that. But I'm here today to review the film I Am Michael. Now the movie premiered at Sundance back in 2015. It's one of those movies that kind of got lost in the shuffle of distribution. The big distributors often pay a lot for the movies they think will do better at the box office, but some along the way don't really get distributed till late. But this movie stars James Franco, Zachary Quinto, and Emma Roberts. It follows the true story of Michael Galatz, something like that. I don't know. He's a gay activist who, after suffering a health scare, he begins to rethink his life, and he rethinks his life through religion. And he actually becomes a Christian. And along the way, he starts questioning his identity, who he is, what he stands for, stuff like that. So the movie, it's another Franco indie. And Franco, I mean, a lot of people say, a lot about him, but I like that he likes to change it up. He definitely takes chances with roles. He makes some interesting projects. And I think this is honestly one of his best movies, acting-wise, yet. This in 127 Hours, because he really gets into the mindset of the character of Michael Galatz. And I think this movie is actually a pretty underappreciated flick. I wish more people were talking about it. That's why I wanted to do a little review for it. It's out on VOD if you're curious to check it out after the review. But Franco really gets into the character's mindset, and it's a very kind of subtle, quieter performance, but he has a certain strength to himself. The way the character progresses, it's very naturalistic. And I like that nothing in the movie felt too obvious. Everything felt very naturalistic and human. And kind of, the movie, it's only like an hour and 40 minutes, but it took its time with its characters. And it avoided having those big, silly, dramatic blowout scenes, because it just felt very grounded. And the writer-director Justin Kelly, who last year directed King Cobra, which also starred James Franco. Ironically, he's a busy man in between being in Sausage Party and shit like that. But Kelly does a good job of piecing together a lot of the facts of the story and exploring kind of the minutia of the character relationships, whether it's between Galatz and his boyfriend, played by Quinto, and kind of Franco's existential crisis in religion. The movie definitely takes its time, and I think that's where it reaps the most rewards, and just how patient it is. And Zachary Quinto, playing Franco's boyfriend, does a very good job as well. He's not given that much screen time, not as much as you'd expect from a star like him, but he does a very good job, and the movie becomes heartbreaking as it progresses, because you see Franco kind of throwing away all of his old friends, all of this life he had. But the movie does a good job of being nonpartisan and not really having a perspective on the character. It definitely is a little more colder and distant than a lot of biopics. It's not judging Galatz for his choices. It's just observing how his transition affects a lot of people. And that's where I think a lot of the more emotional moments really ring true. And Emma Roberts is also in the movie, like I mentioned. She plays a character who wasn't really introduced in the third act, but she does a very good job as well. And I think the movie is very successful at exploring this fascinating true story, and that's what I liked about it. But it's not a great biopic. I can see why it hasn't really picked up as much as some other Sundance movies. The style is very formulaic, from what you expect in a biopic. It's some of it you could even say is amateurish. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it definitely has some room to be desired. But I think Kelly, his focus is more on exploring these characters, and I think I give him credit for doing a good job with that. I also think the movie could have used a bit more substance as far as exploring Galetz's struggle and the way it affects the people around him. We get a good sense of it, but I think just a few more scenes of really touching into what he's feeling and what I think the part in particular is in the second act when the transition's beginning. It feels a little sudden for my liking. I think maybe a couple more scenes to really render the change would have helped a great deal. But I do think this is a pretty accomplished biopic. Franco, like I said, great performance, and I think you guys should check it out. I just wanted to do a quick little review to give it some love. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. So check it out if you get the chance. Tomorrow we have our show coming back, like I mentioned, so it'll be exciting. Get some Super Bowl picks. Pats are scumbags, but what else is new? So hope you enjoyed the review. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, all that, and have a good day.